700 Days of Warframe. Hello and welcome to a Warframe video where I can actually believe that it's been 700 days since I've started playing Warframe. Kind of almost feels like yesterday I was just dwindling for the first time ever, going through the tutorials, just trying to figure out what the hell is going on and whether or not this game was actually worth it, considering that it was a free-to-play game and I didn't know, back in that time, free-to-play games weren't exactly that famous. Whew! So, I got the Sigma and Octantis, for my 700th day in logging into Warframe. I believe this is the final reward that you get of the rewards that can be acquired from the logging rewards, and it's it's a melee weapon. Now, when it comes to it is a shield and blade weapon, and obviously we do have the Silva and Aegis Prime, which is by far a lot more powerful, modded for condition overload and, well, pretty much anything. Plus with a 95% damage block when you have the shield on, is like, that's pretty much the Silva and Aegis Prime. It definitely beats. But I'll say this for the Sigma and Octantis. I will say this: it is fun to use. If you ever wanted to know what it's like to, I don't know, maybe if you ever wanted to roleplay as Captain America, then this this weapon definitely gives you that feeling, because when you jump, you can throw the melee weapon to your enemies wherever your crosshair is aiming at. Now, there is a distance limit, but distance is actually quite high, and it deals some pretty decent damage actually, even when you throw it. I don't know if there is like a separate thing about its I'm guessing it's gotta be something it's gotta be in there. I mean, you take its base damage and then something else, and then when you throw it, that's pretty much what it deals, because I have noticed it deals more damage when you throw the shield on, so it's actually not bad. And even in the early stages, when I was actually leveling it up, it was actually really fun to use and actually pretty powerful, honestly. It was killing decently most enemies. And of course, the weapon itself, as it is a weapon login reward, it comes with its own weapon slot with it. So if you don't have any weapon slots, it'll be added immediately. It doesn't matter. And also, it also comes with its Orokin Catalyst already installed in it, so you can just immediately start either leveling it up, getting to know it, polarizing it, and then just making it powerful. And I'm not gonna lie, it actually is a very fun weapon. The throwing thing is actually very, very simple. Literally, all you gotta do is jump and then tap the melee button, and you just throw it instantly wherever your crosshair is moving on. And it also homes in on enemies, slightly homing in. The homing in can be a little bit tricky to it can be a little bit tricky to master, especially against enemies who are really fast moving, such as Infested, for example. But then again, when the Infested are the way I figure out the way you play this melee weapon is, when enemies are close to you or coming close to you, obviously you swing, you block and you swing. But when they are far away from you, like when they're shooting at you, like you want to aim at that heavy gunner or that ballistica enemy, you can just throw it at them and you'll deal damage. And if you're moving towards them as well, and you don't actually kill them when you throw the weapon at them, they will actually get stunned, allowing you to insta-kill them, or to finish them, basically, to finish them off. So it's actually a very nice, decently balanced, and when I was playing it, it actually made me feel like I needed more skill than I needed DPS. Well, damage. And is that a pigeon in my window? Anyways, so I basically felt that it would actually, as the more I learned the skill. Shut up, you fucking pigeon. There. So the more I actually learned. So, apologize for that. So when you actually combine the melee, attacking in melee, and then throwing the weapon in rapid succession, or like in a specific situation, it actually is very cool to actually perform. And I have to admit, among most of the melee weapons, it's actually very fun to use. Well, like, with the exception of the Redeemer, which is, well, obviously, I guess it's almost similar to the Redeemer, in the essence that you can actually throw it at it's a ranged melee weapon at the same time. So it's almost like a glaive. So I guess the way I would say it is, if a glaive had the ability to block with a very decent block absorption, like damage absorption, yeah, damage absorption. Yeah, that's basically what it would be like. I mean, and the swinging and then the damage blocking is actually done quite actually. When you actually learn, when you get the feeling for it, it's actually quite fun to use, and it really actually makes you feel like Captain America from Marvel. So yeah, I actually do like the weapon. I actually do like it. It's pretty. It's actually pretty nice. It's also kind of cool looking, like with the spikes on the side. It kind of reminds me of the shield. Actually reminds me of General Tao, or Chow. Does anybody remember him from Sly 3? Anybody? No. Anyways, so yeah, it's actually a pretty cool weapon, and yeah, I do like it having it in my arsenal, and of course. I went all out into actually modding it and making it stronger because it's actually a pretty cool weapon. So, when it comes to its build, I just use some very basic build. Blood Rush, of course, kind of benefits from it, increased critical chance. It has a very decent status chance, some basic elemental mods, and as well as some basic, damage increasing mods. And some speed also works. Berserker is not really that necessary because the weapon itself is actually really fast by default. And if you combine the shield throwing, then it's, you can throw the shield actually quite fast, so it's not exactly a big problem. And speed doesn't increase how fast you throw the shield. Range doesn't increase how further it goes, but it's still a very decent weapon. It doesn't hold a candle against the Silva and Aegis Prime, but it is a very good weapon for a 700th day login reward. It is a free weapon. You get it just literally by doing nothing, simply by logging into Warframe, so, why complain? So yeah, this is the Silva and Octantis. I'm really happy to have it. It's been a while since I've been playing Warframe, so it's, I guess, a decent reward to me. I thank you for watching. Stay cool, and I guess I'll see you later. Bye!